Good. Thank you, Carl, for having me. Appreciate it. Yep, no worries. I think one of the things that's important is to be able to take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. So, not self serving. You have to think bigger than yourself and you have to be a good member of your community. But I think being self-reliant too is so important. The more that you know, the less you have to rely on others to take care of you. And the more skills that you pick up, the easier it is to pick up newer skills or additional skills. So I think, it sounds self-serving initially, but the ability to take care of yourself, but that is so that you can take care of others. I want to be able to take care of my family. And no matter what is going on in the world, I don't care what it is, politics, taxes, or what have you, nothing is going to stand in my way of doing that, taking care of myself so I could take care of my family. So I think that's a big component of being a tough guy. Well, one night I was sitting in my recliner chatting with my bride, and I was sipping on a bourbon, and we had appliances go out. She ordered a few of them, and she goes, "Hey, when the appliances come, we could have my friend who's a plumber hook them up." I said, "Rebecca, I could install all these things." She's like, "Really?" I said, "Yes." I said, "Rebecca, I can't build a house, but I could fix a house. I can't build a car, but I could fix a car. I know all of the stuff, the stuff that dude should be able to do, the basic stuff." And then it came together, basic dude stuff. And I started jotting down right then and there a list of items that I think that an average man should be able to do. Now, some of it's a little bit ridiculous because, you got to think comedy relief and such. But the list went for 3 pages. So I just finished my 86th episode. And in each episode, there are probably 5 to 6, 7 to 8 second clips. And then I lump them together and put them on my YouTube channel. Now, unintended, what happened too was a lot of little kids became fans of basic dude stuff. I get messages from kids from all over the planet showing me little snippets, which their parents love because they are now helping around the house. They're becoming interested in new hobbies and tasks. So I have a lot of little kids follow me and single parents, parents who don't necessarily have the time to teach them the basic dude stuff. Yes, and I could also plant flowers and pick them and give them to my wife, stuff like that. I could treat my wife with, yes, basic dude stuff. I bring my wife a cup of coffee every morning. I bring it to her in bed every morning. I think that is like the personification of basic dude stuff. Yeah, right. Well, just doing stuff, above and beyond for your bride, making her a meal every once in a while, that kind of thing, treating her like the queen that she is. But yeah, I have a lot of hobbies that are not necessarily masculine. I do a lot of drawing and the gardening, and I'm an avid bird watcher. That's a big one of mine, the bird watching. It gets me outside. It's an easy escape, and it's a never-ending hobby, ever. It never ends. So yeah, I have a lot of interests. Photography, it goes on and on and on. So when people see me on the interwebs doing some crazy workout and punching a bag and tossing around a cinder block, they must think that this guy is all freaking 100%, alpha male, that all he does is eat fire and poop concertina wire. Well, that book was designed for the everyday person, so how could I be the agent in charge of my own executive protection details? For instance, you take what like Secret Service executive protection details do, and you whittle it down to a micro level. So what can we do during the day that they do? For instance, we cannot perform an advance, a detailed. Right. But the thing is, we could maintain situational awareness. We could, make sure that left and right sectors of fire are clear, even though it doesn't necessarily mean we have a gun, but just looking left and right, staying situationally aware. It means treating your everyday car, your EDC, like a limo and making sure that it's always tanked up, So in the driveway, for example, my cars are never below 3/4 of a tank, and they have med supplies in them and all of the things to get me out of a bad situation or to assist somebody else in getting out of a bad situation. So it's chock full of just little nickel and dime things that we can do to help our families be better protected and better served.